Welcome to the 2021 Putnam County Museum Annual Meeting, held virtually due to safety concerns. I am Board President Larry Tippin. Our agenda for the day: introduction to board members, President's report, financial report, committee reports, board member election announcement. We will now officially call the meeting to order. As you're aware, we had only one business item, which was the election of new board members. The results of your ballots will be discussed in a few minutes. The introduction of the board members. The bylaws for the museums call for a 3-year term with an option to renew for a second 3-year term, at which time board members are required to step off the board for at least 1 year. Members leaving us due to term limits are Sue Murray and Mary Zirkle, who are the Governance Committee Chair and Secretary of the Museum Board, respectively. Members starting the last year of their second 3-year term: Margaret Kenton, Murray Pride, who is the board treasurer, and myself, Larry Tippin, board president. Members who are in the second year of their second 3-year term are Gwen Morris and Jordan Vaughn. Members who are in their first term are Steve Bonney, Alice Greenberg, and Laura Scott. Many thanks to the hardworking and dedicated museum staff who have worked above and beyond to make your Putnam County Museum successful. Lisa Mock, our executive director, Kathy Shigeta, publications editor, document and quality, archive quality manager, Dodie Matthews, operations manager, and Alex South, collection manager. Visitations in 2021. We were open with limited capacity following the Centers for Disease Control recommendations, as well as guidelines of state and local health officials. Attendance was just over 1,400 during 2021. The adult art show had the most visitors at 396 over a 90-day period. Many of the 1,400 present visits by person attending Zumba, monthly home extension club meetings, monthly county spinners, and weaving clubs. These are groups with fewer than 15 attendees who were masked. The 2021 Publications, Communications, Research, Writing, and Interpretation. Work continues on a new history of Putnam County to coincide with the bicentennial of the county. Many chapter topics have been sent to our contracted editor, Lisa Hendrickson. Lisa also edited state historian James Madison's most recent history of the state. Articles on Putnam County and the Depression and Banks of Putnam County were written by Malcolm Romine. These are available on the museum website on the members only page. These articles are well written and very informative. It is worth checking them out. If you've misplaced your password for the members only page, just call the staff. James Bingham continues work on history of automobile dealerships in the county. Anita McNulty is researching and writing about the county's many grocery stores and the county orphanage. Ken Tor began research on Harry Stamp and his prize-winning Belgian draft horses. Malcolm Romine has been researching about sawmills in the county. John McPherson is writing about the county's fire departments. Doug Wokem has agreed to work on the history of basketball in the county. Bonner scholar Matthew Hilton is producing a history of Putnam County journalism as a senior capstone project. He also indexed one of Dave Barr's Putnam Hatter books. Patrick McInerney, another of our Bonner scholars, produced an index for the book Schools in Your Hand. Completed in December, this index has already proved extremely useful for research purposes. North Putnam High School student Grace Clodfelder has helped us with genealogical research and has written interpretative narratives for artifacts on display. 4 issues of the Museum Newsletter, The Arch, were produced in 2021. Steve Bonney deserves great thanks for serving as editor for the past 2 years. New books added to our gift shop include The Covered Bridges of Putnam County by Malcolm Romine, Reelsville and Pleasant Garden Remembered, also by Malcolm Romine, and a collection of memories, John Idle and Son Florist, 1908 to 2020, by Ken Idle. Our outreach efforts. Due to continuing COVID restrictions, we continue to expand our virtual outreach. On our website, there were 5,448 site sessions, which is up 58% from the previous year. And there were 4,197 unique sessions, which is up 64%. The average session duration was 5 minutes and 40 seconds. The museum website also includes information on volunteering and internships, as well as information on how to donate objects or collections to the museum. If you're not aware of the museum website, it is easy to remember, putnamcountymuseum.org. Sharing our storage is an area on the website where people can share remembrances of people, events, and anecdotes of Putnam County. We now have 6 member stories. Dad and the USS Indianapolis, shared by Jeff McCall. Grandma Annie Clodfelder's Busy Day, shared by Malcolm Romine. The Past Repeats Itself, shared by Susan Stewart. Papa and the Farmer, an O'Hare story, shared by Sheila McKee. Oh Mom, Memories of the Omar Men, shared by Sandra Clodfelder Elliott. And Members of Pearl O'Hare, shared by Kathy O'Hare Clodfelder. In social media efforts, our Facebook page reached more than 36,000 people and garnered more than 2,000 likes. Our Instagram account reached 895 people and has 425 followers. If you're on social media, please like and follow your museum. Since we were not able to host large group presentations, various programs have been recorded. Programs on the museum YouTube channel now number 39, including the Tiny Towns and Vantage Villages presentation. Also available are presentations about the first Putnam County Hospital, the history of locations at the Putnam County Fairs, reminiscences of 1940 schools by Jenny Bingham, and a wonderful 1937 movie of Central National Bank. COVID impacted our fundraising efforts in 2021. Overall, charitable giving was down by 45% from 2020's giving levels. If you haven't made a charitable contribution in 2020, please do so in 2022. Despite the drop in charitable giving, our avenues of revenue were available to help us operate throughout the year. Early in 2021, we received a second Paycheck Protection Program disbursement in the form of a loan through the First National Bank of Cloverdale. Many thanks to Donna Fiddler for helping navigate the paperwork that enabled that loan to be forgiven before the end of the fiscal year. A second portion of the Putnam County Community Foundation grant to conserve and restore the Elisha Calgo paintings was received. 4 of the restored works are now on display, and with the before photo of the canvases. Photos of before and after have been shared with the foundation, also the county commissioners. There are 4 more paintings awaiting their turn for the restorationists. Also through the Putnam County Foundation, Jason Asbury again funded prizes for Student Art Show. This is the 6th year in a row that Jason sponsored prizes for our young artists. We received NAP tax credits to sell. However, in 2021, we may have the last year we qualify unless Greencastle is designated as a disadvantaged area. We raised $19,000 in tax credits. The money is placed in the building account, which is used for repairs and maintenance, and the building and down the road for remodeling. The museum received a private donation to acquire artworks, wood blocks of Matt Reese, the same donor of the courthouse, the same donor donated for a frame. We continue to participate in give back programs, Amazon Smile, and Kroger Community Awards. If you haven't used those, please do so. Collection and preservation efforts. As of December 31st, 2021, the permanent collection includes 5,848 objects, 1,224 photos, 1,052 library items, and 31 archive items. Number of new accessions to the permanent collection totaled 633 items, 104 gifts. The largest donation came from Lori Miller, or Harry Stamp collection, and some others. Work continues on artifacts and document storage. These are 2-dimensional items such as brochures, photos, pamphlets, and maps, which are being evaluated for appropriateness or collection policy. They are checked for degradation. The descriptions are correct and enhanced if needed, and the source is checked. Items are then scanned and the images are added to the Past Perfect database. This ultimately saves wear on the objects and will not have to be removed from safe storage to know what they are. Appropriate according to our collection policy. Ultimately, our collections will be made available online for research purposes. The real feather in our cap 2021 was award from a grant preservation of a manuscript copy of Legislative Act of 1820 creating Putnam County, a grant through the Putnam County Community Foundation used to stabilize the fragile document reserved for future generations. Watch for articles in the Arch for more information. Board work. Museum boards and committee meetings continue on a hybrid basis, in person, also by Zoom. In 2021, board committees worked toward achieving the goals that were determined in the new strategic plan. We heard from our committee chairs about that in a moment. Building grounds and equipment. DePaul University continues to rent our warehouse space and will do so for at least 12 months according to the plans. Eli Shear also continues to lease space as part of their 10-year contract to the museum. In 2029, they may renew their lease for an additional 10 years. Additional landscaping occurred during the past year, for which we thank Lee Stewart and Brad Aswell and his crew. The Putnam County Removed Invasive Plants, or RIPs for short, once again undertook removal of non-native plants surrounding our building. A new roof was erected over the existing museum. Our insulation was increased, and our gutting was improved. New HVAC was installed for the warehouse portion of the building. A fund has been established to purchase new lighter weight meeting tables and new stackable chairs. Monetary donations toward this expense would be greatly appreciated. Recently, a fund has been established to purchase a quality large format flatbed scanner. Ken Idle and Malcolm Romine started this fund as a means of honoring and recognizing Rita Schindel. Rita has donated her talent and time to the museum endeavors for many years. The quality liquor publications is a credit to her hard work. Again, donations for this purchase will be greatly appreciated. In conclusion of my report to you, the membership, I want to thank you for the opportunity to serve as your president. This is my last term as board president. It's been a challenging couple of years to say the least, but working with such a hardworking and dedicated staff and board has been a wonderful experience which I cherish forever. Thank you for your opportunity to serve. And now we will turn it over to Treasurer Murray Pride for the financial report.
Thanks, Larry. Good afternoon. I'm Murray Pride, the Treasurer of the Museum Board of Directors. I'm pleased to report that our January to December 2021 financial report is very positive, even though we had to again curtail our programs and events due to the continuing COVID situation. Referring to the accompanying report, you will see that our total current assets include our checking and savings at $90,376.66 and other assets of $1,352.10 for a total of $91,729.57. Our fixed assets are $1,498,192.23 with other assets of $349 for a total of $1,590,279.80. The substantial increase over last year's figure of $747,959 was due to updating the value of the buildings and the improvements we've made over the last few years. Liabilities and equities show liabilities of $448,253.24 and equity of $1,142,017.56, totaling $1,590,270.80. Our profit and loss report shows an income of $277,594 and expenses of $314,686 for a negative balance of $37,091. However, $72,275 of those expenses were paid out of our building improvement account, meaning we underspent our operations budget by $35,183.06. The museum survived due to membership, donations, and income from 3 endowments. Income from membership and endowments increased, while our budgeted donation line item decreased. However, not reflected in our budgeted donations was a $53,848 stock donation to our Putnam County Foundation as a part of the foundation's Share the Dream program. That donation resulted in a match of $26,924 by the foundation and a $1,000 bonus for a total of $81,272 being added to our endowment. This generous donation, along with others, have allowed our endowment to grow to $950,837.46. Our hope is that we can reach $1 million within the next 2 years. In summary, we're pleased to report that we ended the year by underspending our budget by $35,183.06 and by seeing our endowment increase by $81,272 for a total of $950,837.46. Thank you for your part in making this a positive year for us. We ask for your continued support through memberships and donations as we work to maintain and improve your museum.
Thank you, Murray. We will now hear from Board Vice President and Programs Exhibits Community Care, Gwen Morris.
Good afternoon. My name is Gwen Morris, and I'm Vice President of the Museum Board and Chairman of the Program and Exhibit Committee. Exhibit endeavors in 2021 are many, even through these challenging times. The annual Putnam County Student Art Show opened in March and ran through the end of April. Once again, all entries were included in an online exhibit hosted on our website. We experimented with online People's Choice voting. All Judges' Choice Award winners were included in the art. Jason Asbury once again graciously underwrote the prizes for the award winners. Castle Craft Jewelry, a handcrafted history, was designed and installed by Alex South, our collection manager, as part of a continuing education class. In Putnam County Collect's case, Warren Macy installed a small portion of his vast Sanibel Island she shell collection and peeler pottery from our permanent collection. Reelsville master gunsmith William Veeder is currently showcased in an exhibit that includes his handcrafted muzzle-loading rifles and handguns, a watercolor on loan from Vigo County Historical Museum, and items from Putnam County collectors and muzzle-loading enthusiasts. 100 Years of Rotary was installed in August, in time for the Greencastle Rotary Club to hold a celebration for its members at the museum. This exhibit showcased the history and work Rotary has done in the community of Putnam County and beyond. Living Local, the Putnam County Adult Art Show, held in collaboration with the Greencastle Arts Council, was on display from July through September. This juried art show had more than 40 artists and included paintings, photography, woodworking, ceramics, metalwork, and collage. Through a grant from the Ileana Arts Organization, monetary prizes were awarded, and the museum was able to purchase one of the works to add to the permanent collection. A display about Troy Greenlee and Brett Hucko, former basketball rivals from DePaul teammates, is now in place. This highlights their basketball careers through their youth to being teammates on the Division III 1990 championship teams. Also included Art DePaul memorabilia. Out of Line, a retrospect of the work of local artist Martha Donovan Updahl, opened in October and included many of Martha's lovely tapestries, sculptures, and special textile works. This included a loan work from the Indiana University Art Museum. Our female mannequin, affectionately called Polly Putnam, is modeling clothing and accessories from 1860 through 1890. Our male mannequin, known as Junior, is dressed in conductor's uniform of the Pennsylvania Railroad, complete with whistle. Lastly, the museum received the last portion of the Putnam County Community Foundation grant, and the second grouping of cowgirl paintings were sent to the conservator in South Bend. 5 more paintings will be going north soon. We are always looking for new members of the program and exhibit committee. If you have ideas for exhibits or would like to join this group of hard-working individuals, please contact me. This committee includes Mary Zirkle, Mickey Meehan, Martha Updahl, and Rita Schindel, Warren Macy, and Jordan Vaughn. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our staff. Alex South, Collection Manager, Kathy Shagata, Publications Editor, Document and Archive Quality Manager, Jody Matthews, Operation Manager, Lisa Mock, Executive Director. With every exhibit, these individuals help make our displays come to reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Gwen. Next is Governance Committee Chair Sue Murray.
My name is Sue Murray, and I've had the privilege of serving on the Governance Committee for the last 6 years. The Governance Committee works to make sure that our committees and our board is working within the compliance of our bylaws. We also have the obligation to find new board members when we have retirements and to put together a slate of officers for the board as it continues into the next year. This year, we're going to be losing some board members, and I want to mention them specifically before talking about people who are on the slate for this coming year. Alice Greenberg is retiring from the board, Mike Sullivan's retiring from the board, and Mary Zirkle is retiring. Each one of these individuals have spent many years giving service to the board and to the museum and will continue in different capacities moving forward. Mary in particular has been board secretary for as many years as I can count, and we're certainly grateful for her dedication to that service. We have to transition, though, also to look to new board members, and we have a slate that we think is pretty amazing coming before the membership for voting this year. We have 4 people we're proposing. The first is Mary Ann Burt. Mary Ann has spent 20 years at Area 30 providing the culinary training for students through many, many classes and opportunities to not only learn creative cooking, also hospitality, where they and their classmates have won countless awards, both in the region and the state. Mary Ann and her husband Ron own and operate Burt pork products here in Putnam County, and they've been here in Putnam County for many years, as have all of our other nominees coming before you for the board. The second is Kathy Clodfelter. Kathy is a nurse practitioner who served Putnam County for a couple of decades easily. She's also been involved and invested in creating mini clinics throughout many states in the U.S. She has a myriad of interest, and she and her husband are avid sea captains. So if you ever need a cruise in the Virgin Islands, you might give Kathy a call. Third person is Kurt Kromenaker. Kurt and his wife Lori have lived here in Putnam County their whole lives. They've raised their 4 children. They have 5 grandchildren here. Kurt is a CPA, and he has spent countless hours volunteering in many extracurricular activities, both as a coach and on boards and different enterprises throughout the county during this time. Fourth person is Vicki Tim. Vicki has served on the board before, took a bit of a hiatus, and is interested and thankfully wanting to come back onto the board. Vicki also is an RN who has spent many years servicing people here in Putnam County and in Marion County, and she and her husband Steve live on a family farm just south of Manhattan. So hopefully you will see these people as we do, as people who are gifted and talented, have much desire to promote the museum and appreciate the history of Putnam County. Again, the people we're putting up are Mary Ann Burt, Kathy Clodfelter, Kurt Kromenaker, and Vicki Tim. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Our next presenter is Membership Committee Chair Alice Greenberg.
My name is Alice Greenberg, and I have been privileged to work with Margaret Kenton and Steve Bonney on the membership committee this past year. A major goal for the board was to develop a new strategic plan, and the membership committee contributed goals and strategies toward increasing membership opportunities. These included ways to encourage new and renewing memberships, engaging board members in connecting with potential members, and outreach throughout the county. Several activities were put on hold due to the continuing pandemic, which postponed numerous in-person events, such as the annual Christmas party. Membership forms were reformatted to reflect changes in membership categories and price ranges. The quarterly newsletter, The Arch, is an important tool for sharing the museum's message to members and non-members alike. A copy is given to each museum visitor along with a membership form, in addition to mailing to all active members. Distribution was expanded to include mailing to schools, City Hall, and the Rochdale Library. Board members were supplied with copies of the Arch as well as membership forms to distribute to friends, colleagues, and other potential members. Membership numbers remained constant with 224 individual or family plus 13 corporate. This includes 30 complimentary memberships, mostly schools. Income from memberships increased this year due to several members increasing their donation level over previous years. Our thanks to them. We encourage members who plan to renew to do so with the initial notice, which saves staff time and money. I invite anyone interested in helping to develop membership to join the committee. New ideas are always welcome. Thank you all for your continuing interest in and support of the Putnam County Museum.
Thank you, Alice. The next presenter is Jordan Vaughn, who will speak about the Founding Family Program.
Hey guys, this is Jordan Vaughn with the Putnam County Museum. I'm currently in charge of the Putnam County Families Program. As of late, we held the O'Hare exhibit, and amidst the pandemic, we was pretty successful with it. We had a O'Hare reunion that day of the presentation, and currently we're looking for more candidates for our next one. We have several in mind, and we are continuously looking for more. And if you are interested in having a family exhibit at the museum, don't hesitate to contact me or the museum. Through this program, families have the opportunity to show items affiliated with their family history and to also tell their family story and their family's place in the history of Putnam County and their communities, and also to show their impact with the area as well. And it's also given the public a good chance to see a nice exhibit, and hopefully more people come through to see these exhibits in the future. It would give other families the idea, hey, we should do this too. And like I said, don't hesitate to contact us, and hope to see you at the museum soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Our next presenter is Dean Gamble of the Putnam County Community Foundation. He's going to talk about sustained income and planned giving.
Hi, I'm Dean Gamble with the Putnam County Community Foundation, and I want to talk to you about how you can make an impact for the museum long beyond your life, and that is by supporting endowments, maybe even looking at your estate gifts and making a plan to leave some behind for the museum. You know, the museum has an endowment with the Community Foundation, and it was started in 2002 by Jim and Zella Marie Thomas with $5,000. And they were looking towards the future, obviously. Well, today in 2022, that fund is now over $900,000 and has already returned back $280,000 to help support the museum. So how do you do this? It's very simple. You can take a portion of your earnings now and continue to support the museum by giving money to their endowment. Those funds are compounded. The interest that's earned on those then is available to pay for the programs of the museum. You know, we all like to have various cash streams. And for the museum, the endowment is just one. But it's one that will be there forever because the principal is never spent. What is given out back to the museum is based on the earnings. And so $900,000, as long as the market stays up, will always be there and will continue to grow long beyond any of our lifetime. You can remember the museum in your estate plans, whether that be as a beneficiary of a life insurance policy, as a percentage of your estate, or even a lump sum at your estate. Financial planners love to work with us at the Community Foundation to be able to help support things that are important to you. A friend of mine told me one time, he said, you know, most people don't realize it, but they may support an organization or a church for 40, 50 years of their life. But the last time they will support that church or museum is the last check that they write, unless they've thought about leaving something in their estate. And then they continue to support the things that were important to them. Jim and Zella Marie Thomas, a simple gift of $5,000 to start, and it continues to give back to the museum that they loved. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at the Putnam County Community Foundation. We'd love to talk to you about that.
Thank you, Dean. This concludes the 2021 Putnam County Museum Annual Meeting. Thank you for taking the time to view this broadcast, and please continue to support your Putnam County Museum by renewing your membership and remembering us in your charitable giving.